welcome guys to our Liverpool Chelsea podcast, aka the Sleepy V podcast.
Wow. Wow.
We're trying to find out if we're going to have a Sleepy V this time, Sleepy Van Dyke.
Obviously.
Wow.
Maybe this will be a reincarnation from Sleepy G to Sleepy V. Once we started in our in the
Gonna slip
studio.
our way past Man City to the championship. That's what we're gonna slip to.
We have Bola from Liverpool, the Liverpool fan representing Liverpool here. We also have Idris, aka Sorry Loyalist.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
boo.
Here to tell us why Sari is the new reincarnation of new reincarnation of Ferguson.
Let's see. Oh my goodness.
So our topics today is who's a better player, Salah or Hazard. Second one is all-time EPL 11, and final one is who needs this cash more? Is it Chelsea to keep their players? Is it Liverpool? Do they finally get that first title, and they're not going to let
19.
anybody next 20 years if they win that
19.
title? If they win that first title. Okay, since
That'll be the end.
Liverpool is the host, we start with Bola. Salah or Hazard? Who is
Salah.
the better player? And tell me why.
Oh, Salah.
Salah is the better player. Okay. Tell me why. Tell me why
This
Salah
is
is the better player.
This is tough because I love Eden Hazard.
Okay.
He's a great player, phenomenal. He is skillful. He is creative on the ball. He, for many years, has been carrying Chelsea to whatever they've gone. You know, the old joke. What's the difference between Hazard and a bus? Hazard only
Wow,
carries
that's a good one.
10.
That's a good one. Wow.
But he's quality. I can't take anything away from the man. But I have to go with Salah, and there's a reason why, right? So technically, I give it to Hazard. Hazard, like how we play Niger ball, he's skillful.
Correct.
I give that to Hazard. But speed, Salah. Goals, Salah. Hazard doesn't score enough goals. Defense, Salah. Salah will hustle back for the ball. We play that total football at Liverpool, and Salah's defense is really instrumental to how we play. Assists, I'll give it to Hazard.
Okay.
But fitting in this modern system of football, I think that, and this is really controversial, I think part of Chelsea's problem is Hazard doesn't really quite fit into the system, and that's somewhat of a problem. He's that traditional old school number 10, but in this new age system where we have a lot of speed up front, like it's not really a natural fit. Durability, Salah. Versatility, Salah. Fantasy points, Salah. Fantasy price, Salah. So that's why I'm going with Salah. But that's not to take anything away from Eden Hazard, who I think is a fantastic player.
Okay. So there could be an argument, right? That
Mm-hmm.
what is the length of data for you to say that? Because Salah has been in Liverpool a year and a half now. Fine,
Yeah.
he had incredible goal season, which is incredible. I mean, average or even a good player doesn't score 40 goals, right? It shows he is, we can say, pretty much world class now, right?
Yeah.
So, and now he's kind of matches he's like returned back to the mean. He's scoring close to 20 goals. So that tells you, but if
actually just lit up. I mean, first was Roma, yeah, then Fiorentina, where he just lit up the Serie A. I think he was able to come of age as a matured player. Funny enough, I know Bola is loving Salah right now, but did you know that Salah was not actually Klopp's choice and buy? It was some German kid that is currently playing in Division 2 now, not even in the Bundesliga. And it was one of the scouts that actually offered Salah. Like, it was actually a buy right now and it would make more sense. So they went with Salah based on the technical director and the other scouts saying he's available now. He will cover up for Sturridge getting injured. The other kid is going to take time to grow. We can get both players. Then turned out to be, boom, 40-something goals this season kind of guy. So, like, looking at Liverpool's front three and the way the total football that club plays, it suits Salah's style of play. I mean, we could say the same thing for like Victor Moses. We always thought it was a deadbeat in Chelsea, but when Conte came and used him as a wing back, he came to life like no other. Even when when Victor Moses played for Nigeria and he wanted to play in the top three on a 4-4-3 4-3-3 formation, and we kind of got him to play wing back the next game, the 3-4-3. He came to life, right? So it's the same thing with Eden Hazard. I feel like all the coaches we've had until Sarri have kind of stifled his style of play. And even in that same format, stifling his style of play, he still produces the amount of like assists and goals he produces. I could just imagine if he was playing in Barcelona or he was playing in Real Madrid, he'll be clocking minimum 20 goals every season for sure. And the Premier and those leagues are not even as physical as the Premier League. And he's the most fouled player. He uses the center of gravity. He's technically adept. He assists. I mean, to be very honest, if it was left to Willian and Pedro, there will be no assist to Giroud or anybody up front. They'll just going side to side. Left to Hazard. Hazard has actually gotten the ball to the guy that will score in front. So, I mean, like, Hazard is just a bundle of joy to watch. And I mean, this is his last season at Chelsea. We all know that. We're just gonna accept it as it is. Collect the cash. The guy can go, but like, man, he's light years ahead of Salah for now. If Salah can rack up another 20 goals in the next three seasons, then yes, we can put him in the same category as like comparing Eden Hazard.
Okay. Well, do you have a rebooter? I see like you're
Yeah, no, like I think everything you said is correct. And you know, when I made my analysis, I was only comparing like the 2 years where they've both been in the same league, you know, and what they've done. You know, Eden Hazard's body of work is definitely more superior than Mohamed Salah. So I agree with you on that point. But slightly off topic, I think selling Hazard actually could be a gift for you guys. It sounds crazy. It really does. But just like when we sold Coutinho and it opened up the door for us to strengthen in other areas and to, you know, get cohesion up front, I think it could possibly work out for you if that happens. I think the biggest issue for you will be Sarri. You know, like, do you believe in? That's the biggest issue.
I was just about to be like, you guys have Klopp, he tinkers.
Mm-hmm.
This guy we have, he's. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, because there's talent there. I look at your Hudson-Odoi and
like, look at that. He wasn't ready till we almost like we refused to buy tickets, and now he's ready. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with Sarri, man.
Just play the old Chelsea team this weekend, okay? Just play the old one.
Did you see what we played today? Like, I cried, man. I was like, what am I watching? I sacrificed my lunch for this. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, that's interesting. Just to wrap up that before we move to the next all-time 11, in my opinion, I think, like you said, the body of work of Hazard is definitely better. Current form, obviously, the past 2 seasons, Salah has been better. The amount of goals he scored, I think definitely is more consistent. I think a lot of it is type of managers also. I also think it's like people we call mercurial players. They're streaky players, right? Hazard is a streaky player. And Hazard and Pogba remind me of those type of, they're very streaky players in the sense that when they are on form, they are astonishing players.
Yeah.
Even when they are not so on form, you might not even notice because they can give assists. They can give that final pass. Hazard can give that, cause that penalty, can make that move. But the thing is, when they are totally off it, they look shocking.
That
So
like shot
they're
one, man.
streaky players.
Shot
And I
one.
think just because of how streaky and how talented, people get confused and want to jump on their back a lot. And that's why I think of Hazard. He's a streaky player, he's a world-class player, but that's who he is. You have to understand that. And a lot of past players were like that. But people, the world of social media that we are in now, so much quick information, people seem like they just have loss of memory and forget that a lot of players were. Um, Ronaldinho was a tricky player. People that people remember well. It's just that Ronaldinho, the good thing about him for big games, he was always up for it. Like when he was on form for his country, for his club in Champions League. But a lot of times in the league, he was a tricky player in the sense that he might be having a 6/10 fight. Like I said before about this player, I might not do anything the whole game, might just be dancing, but that one pass he makes is what might change the. And there sometimes he just be quiet. But the most important thing, what people always forget is all these great players that we rave about. Oh, Zidane, they had very good players around them too.
Oh yeah.
When they were not on their game, because people forget that this is a 38 game season. It's 38 games. 38 games. There are sometimes they are not on their game. Somebody else rises up to the occasion. Zidane time, Raul will do stuff. Figo, other people will do things. But because of social media now, everybody's putting out stuff now. People forget that and like just want to say, "Oh, look at the old players." No, 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 no. Old players to have off games too, but people won't quickly forget. So
Can I piggyback on this thing that you said about with Hazard? Bola, do you think if Hazard was in your team, he'll be banging like 30 with the way you guys play right now? He'll be banging like 30 goals every season.
I don't know if Hazard fits in our team well. Like if we maybe move to like a 4-2-3-1, that would probably fit him better in that roaming 10 position. But the way how we play with this modern 4-3-3, it's like that Dutch total football back in the day, right? Our front three is based heavily on speed, right? Our midfield, people may look at them and may be like, oh, they're not the most, technical, but they hustle hard, they work hard, and they provide the ball for the people up front to do the work. And then our defense is just solid. So yeah.
Too.
Sorry?
Talking about it. Your midfield screens your back for a lot. Your back for
absolutely. And when our wings, and when not even they're not even wings, they're left backs and right backs. When Trent and Robbo push up front, our midfields come back and fill in that gap. So it's kind of a weird way to play, but I don't know how Hazard would fit into our system. I think obviously we would love to have him, but I think he's kind of like Coutinho. Like we thought that it was as great as it could be, but it took us to another level when we actually got rid of Coutinho. And we were able to play the way that we're playing now. So
makes sense.
But in Spain they do more of that tiki taka, and I think that's going to suit him a lot better. He'll definitely get a lot more goals in Madrid if that's where he's going.
I don't think Hazard will fit in your system. But that will mean in replacement of someone like Mane. I don't think he'll fit in your system. I think it's quick enough to play like what Mane does. I'm not saying Mane is awesome too. Mane has got in my opinion now, almost knocking on
he's the go-to guy right now.
He's knocking on the door of world class now, in my opinion, because of how consistent he has been. Right this season, he's been very consistent. So I think in like what I mean is if you remove Mane, not saying Mane is a very good player, but I'm just saying if Hazard was coming to your team right now, the way you guys play, if Hazard plays on that left, Firmino down the middle, and Salah, I think it will still work absolutely. Because Hazard is skillful. He has accelerate. Oh, I think it will still work. Because right now the fact that you guys have a midfield that does the grunt of the carrying, and he just needs to like track back a little bit. You guys can counter. Oh, he would love it because he has quick feet. He has close. Like in my opinion, Hazard is a more technical, gifted player than Salah. He has close control. He's a more technical footballer. He has moves. He's technically very brilliant. Salah is just faster, obviously, and Salah
very direct player.
It's very direct player, exactly. And very Salah, direct. At least last year and most part of this year, his decision making for the most part has been better. than Hazard. Decision making, when to shoot, when to up until this rot of form is hard, which past couple of before that last goal. So I think that's different. So yeah, let's bring that in. That's enough of that good discussion. How many? So going to let's start with Idris, all-time 11.
Yeah.
Who's your?
All right. I think I read a list here. Help me. Let me.
You first tell me what formation.
Okay.
Who are they?
I was gonna go with
You might be combined 11. No, you have to choose.
Is it combined? Yeah, I got to pick from both teams, right? Yeah. I was gonna go with a 4-4-2.
And if you want to choose all Chelsea players, I mean,
I'll be so biased.
I'll support you. Liverpool they have 0 titles. So if you don't choose players, it's fine.
Real talk. I would say for goalie, I was kind of caught in between Bruce Gobler and Czech. Czech's an outstanding, like he was like outstanding. But then if you look at what Bruce Gobler did for Liverpool,
Was it EPL? Did he get to
EPL? Was it EPL? Was it ever?
Yeah, he was EPL. He was before.
Was it EPL? Then I have to go with Czech then. Yeah, thanks for helping me with that. Because I was kind of like stuck in between both of them.
No. I think it was only EPL. Gobler's time was before EPL. And then
okay, then we'll go with Czech then. We'll go with Czech. Defense.
No arguments there. Czech. Go ahead.
Yeah, defense. What's his name? Oh my God, the Finnish guy.
Sami Hyypiä?
Yes, Sami Hyypiä. Sami Hyypiä and Marcel Desailly. Definitely. I mean, I would have loved to put John Terry.
You put Desailly on Terry?
Yeah, but like Desailly and John Terry, like.
I don't know about that, man.
Like John, you know what? John got us goals. So actually, no, I reverse it. I would say Sami Hyypiä and John Terry, because John Terry got us goals.
No. You know what? I feel like I'll keep my mouth shut. I feel like I'm impressed with
I need the help though. I need the help.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll say because John Terry gets us goals. So on the left hand side, now this is where it gets a little tricky for me, because to be very honest, I would play. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll play a left. Excuse me. I'll play a left legged player on the right hand side. I'll go John Arise on the right. And I'll go with Ashley Cole on the left. Like if John Arise can cut in and use that freaking thunder of a leg.
You play John Arise on the right.
On the right back, and Ashley Cole on the left. Okay. Because they were both what do you call it? Like.
Left backs.
They'll put left backs, but I mean, when I look at the right backs that we had, General Enrique was still better than some of the right backs. Ashley Cole was still better than those guys were like at one point in time with Roberto Carlos, I think the best left backs in the world at one point in time. So yeah, I'll put General Enrique on the right and I'll put Ashley Cole on the left. Defensive midfield forever, Claudio Makalele. Forever.
That's an LVG type formation, though. That's LVG that played Ashley Young as striker. That's an LVG thing. So, but go ahead. I just wanted to remind you. You're here stroking Sarri. You are doing formation like left back, right back. Okay. So
I see the damage that John Arise had done, man. I was like, man, that guy has to make the team somehow. Like he had to. Then defensive midfielder, I gotta go with Claudio Makalele. Forever the engine room. I mean, I can't. Could you imagine if Makalele and Kante existed in the same generation? That would be stupid, man.
That would be like 4 goals the whole season. 4 goals, maybe the whole season.
They will control the entire, like, oh my god, they did the boat will do the work of like 4 people. Like God. So Claudio Makalele is center D. Definitely. I struggle with this in the midfield.
Are you playing 4-3-3?
If I play Claudio Makalele, then I'm gonna have to play Lampard and Gerrard.
Okay.
And funny enough, both of them never worked well for England.
Never did. You're absolutely right.
They never worked well for England, and I think it was also because football, or probably the kind of coaching in Premier League, hadn't advanced to where it is right now, with different philosophies, fighting the Spanish, the Dutch, the Italian, the Portuguese style. Because everybody will either go 4-4-2 diamond formation, 3-5-2, or all those other segments. But like now that we can see, even in the register role, that you will play Jorginho, which is who is technically good but absolutely defensively horrid, you could get away with having like like you
This
understand,
guy
like
was just waiting for that opportunity to take a shot at Jorginho.
the boss.
You
Don't worry,
know,
we're gonna get
let me just tell you, if you don't know that, let me just tell you. When you call Jorginho, remove the Eo. His name is George. The Eo is not there.
George.
Eo is left for Brazilian technical players. Jorginho is just George. Just call him George.
Attention, man. I started coming up with conspiracy theory that Sarri was doing his mom and shit like that. Like I was like, this guy that we can't get rid of. I was so frustrated. But anyway, it was but we played like right now, like I now think about it when England was really struggling. If they had like a Makaleli or N'Golo Kante, Gerrard and Lampard would have fit properly in the system. It would have really worked out for them. Then obviously I've switched now. So I was saying 4-4-2. Now I think I'm going to go 4-3-3 because of Makaleli and those two. Definitely Didier Drogba playing up front. On the wings, man, Salah for sure has to be in there. But I'm torn between Harry Kewell and Salah.
Okay.
Like I'm like Kewell was a servant though. like
No,
like
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not my combined 11.
Like I'll go Didier Drogba. I'll put definitely Mo Salah on the left or on the right, and definitely Eden Hazard.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good 11. I like it. Mr. Bola. Let's see what all-time 11.
So I was nervous about this one.
The all-time trophyless Liverpool 11.
We have a couple Champions League winners up in here, so
I respect the big years. That's true.
Champions League, man.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I agree.
But it's funny because I thought that, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy.
Do whatever you think is all-time 11. All-time.
LVG right now.
Are very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. I went 4-3-3.
Okay.
I went Czech in goal.
Okay. No arguments.
I put Hyypiä and Terry in the middle. I thought that might be controversial with Carragher, but I went Hyypiä and Terry. And I didn't want to be, even though I think in a couple years' time, VVD is going to get in there, but I'm like 1.5 seasons. That's not enough to, be in the full time lift. So left back, I put Ashley Cole. But right back, I put Johnson during his Liverpool days.
Yeah, he played for Chelsea too.
He did. And I thought about John Arisa, but I went Ashley Cole ahead of him. Yeah. And then I put Glenn Johnson on the right. And then DM, I was struggling for a little bit. I thought maybe Essien, maybe Kante, but I went Makalele. The position was named after him.
After him, man.
It's his position, right? And then, I did Gerrard Lampard.
Yeah.
And then up front, this is still going to be controversial. I put Drogba, which I think everyone can agree with.
Bola,
Suarez.
Bola, hold on. Can you move a little bit to the right?
A little bit to the right?
The right? That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Is that cool?
Because you were going and you were kind of cutting off. So one way he's going to cut you off, but it's fine.
So Gerrard and Lampard, and then Didier Drogba, and then I went Suarez and Fowler. And I think this list is going to change in about a year. But just because of amount of time served, so I wanted to put Mo Salah too, but almost 2 years was just not enough. I needed more. Fowler scored 128 goals, man. That man was a beast. And we all know what Suarez did when he was at Liverpool. So, on the reserves, I thought about maybe players like the Liverpool Fernando Torres, but the body of work wasn't big enough. Right. I even thought about players on the wing like Gianfranco Zola. I
thought about Zola too.
I thought about it, but I thought, using this system and actually trying to put a team that can play together, I thought this was the fairest. Now, next year it's going to be slightly different. Some of these new boys are going to come in.
Oh, man.
I really can't argue. I can't argue with any of that. I mean, that is great. That lineup, both lineups, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously, you guys have called everybody I thought of, like, Cherry for sure gets in, So
I wanted to I wanted to do a wow factor like David Luiz, and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
Just be a controversial one. Okay. So this is where we get to the more interesting time.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Is it who needs this more? Do you think this is going to be so this is Bola? Is this going to be a remake of a CPT?
Nah. This, the only thing be slipping past Man City, but we need this. We need. You're a Man U fan. We need. All the talk, all the banter. 28 years.
I was trying. Everybody like wake up, I go. I talk to that guy. I say, Liverpool must win this league. I speak incantations into the shrine.
Like Man United fans, I understand, but why does everyone hate us so much? It's like we've been winning every year.
Noise, though, but like the noise. Like even when I remember when I went to Brazil for the World Cup. Like some people didn't even their country was not even participating, and you just see one Scouser fan, one Liverpool fan in the corner, like yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like it's not even a club.
We
unnecessary.
As a fan base, we love our team, whether we're high or whether we're low. And I think people don't understand that. Like it takes a lot to support a team for 28 years with no trophies. Meanwhile, in my house, my daddy's a Chelsea fan, my stepdad's an Arsenal fan, and my brother's a Manchester United fan. So
really?
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So it takes dedication, man. So when we're this close, it's like, come on. So, I really feel like we need it. We need to win every single game. Like Man City are not gonna, we need to rely on Tottenham and Manchester United to beat Man City. But we have to almost play like we need every single point to win it. Chelsea are looking great in the Europa. So, that's why I don't think it's not that you don't need this win, but all you need to do is beat Slavia Prague and then, play against Arsenal maybe in the final. But we need this. This is our only, to break that 28-year curse.
So
that we
if someone gives you right now, Bola,
if someone
EPL or Champions League right now, which one are you taking?
Wow.
You have 10 seconds to make up your mind. EPL or Champions League right now, what are you taking?
Typically, any year I rate the Champions League ahead of the league. Okay. I do. But we need this league. We need it. we really need it. And we have a chance to win both, and we have a chance to lose both. So it's like, oof.
Where's Prince and about when you need him?
I need to response. EPL Champions League right now. I think I can take it right now and go.
2018-2019 season. Oh man. Just for this season, for us, the league. Yeah. Just for us this year. Any other team, like measuring what is a better year for any team, I definitely say Champions League is the most important thing. But
so let me throw it more interesting, make it more interesting to you. Someone throws it at you right now. Is this just a scenario? Obviously, it's not hypothetically, right? Yeah. Someone says Liverpool league, or if you take the league right now, Manchester United wins Champions League.
if we take the league,
Manchester United obviously wins nothing. What do you choose?
Wait, so if we take the league, Manchester United wins the Champions League?
That's the option, yes. Or you just take Champions League and you don't win the league. What do you take?
Oh, Champions League and don't win the league all day.
We don't win anything?
Yeah, no way. let's be honest, we're going for both. We are going for both. But let Man U win the Champions League and get you to 4? No, 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 no. That's why I don't understand that's why I don't understand why Manchester United fans aren't riding with Liverpool right now, because Manchester City can get the quadruple. You got the triple, which was amazing. But they will forever pass you. Come on, man. Come on our side.
Let me tell you something. Nah, they're not on the scout side. It's like two enemies. Two enemies. Which one? Manchester United, right? Sorry, Manchester City. You gotta look at them. I call them Silicon FC because that's what they are.
Wow.
They are just Silicon FC. It's all silicon. It's not real. So I can deal with it. It's like they don't have fans. It's all silicon, whatever. But I honestly don't believe they win the quadruple. I said that. I told them. I said on the group. They are not winning the quadruple. I picked Tottenham to knock them out. This is the one I knew they're dropping on, and I'm still sticking by it. I might be wrong, but I picked Tottenham to knock them out, and I think Tottenham's going to knock them out of the Champions League just because of that fact of they're playing like 3 games in 1 week. Like anytime you play a team consistently, a good team. Tottenham's a good team. Let's all banter aside, they're a good team. Consistently in a short period of time, you cannot beat them. Like it's not possible. And Pochettino, I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good manager. I don't like to troll him. I think he's a good manager, and I knew he was going to adjust to it. I knew he was going to adjust. In the league, they might batter Tottenham when they come to ATL in the league. But this Champions League was when I picked them. That this tie is the one tie that is going to go. It's going to be their banana peel. I said it before it happened, and I'm already seeing the signs that it's going to be their banana peel because Pep is going to apart from that, it's just about overthinking it. Because I think that was just a myth. It's just the fact that they're a good team. You cannot keep beating a good team over and over when you play a short period of time. That's what I think. So okay, so you say Liverpool needs it. It's okay. And Idris, we need it. Okay. Hopefully everybody needs it. We also need sleep. It's good. It's good for show business. Let Van Dijk sleep and just score an own goal or something. That would be nice.
No.
Own goal.
I'm just thinking about it. It's like, oh no, please never happen.
Legendary. I would say for us, I would say Chelsea doesn't really need it. Sarri needs it. Sarri needs it.
Yes.
And I'll explain why. When you look at the way we started the season, and here's another thing that confused me, and I think losing Emenalo was kind of like a big shame. A lot of Chelsea fans wanted to get rid of him, but without Emenalo, I mean, before I go into the Emenalo spiel, I feel like you need to sometimes you take the good and the bad, just the way we talked about Mourinho and his shortcomings, and we talked about being backed. Pep and the way he spends, and even Klopp and how it's taken him so long to get to where he is now today. With Emenalo, we have 60 players right now on the Chelsea website. 60, I think close to 65 players, of which 40 or something of them, 45 or so of them are on loan.
Yeah.
About 8 of the boys that are on loan are killing it in the clubs that they're playing at. Ola Aina is killing it in Torino, right? We're looking for a replacement for David Luiz. Kurt Zuma is killing it in Everton. Remember, he's a defensive player that won us the league under Antonio Conte. What's his name? Mason Mount could do the exact same thing Jorginho is doing. Any trained monkey can do what Jorginho is doing. There's George. My bad. George. Oh God, that guy. Then Tammy Abraham is banging 23 goals in the championship. He had a very crappy season with Swansea, but he scored close to 20 goals previously. I can't remember what the team he had played with. But Chelsea is producing talents so fast that the club in itself cannot fit them into the first team. And that's something that we need to start rethinking. And I think this transfer ban is a blessing in disguise. If you want to see how bad Chelsea will be in this, and I say Sarri needs this, is the last games that we do have. Arsenal seems to have the best run, the least most resistance run to the top 4 finish, followed by on paper, top 4 finish, followed by Tottenham, right? Those two, now if you look at what Manchester United's got and Chelsea's got, it's literally a bloodbath to get into the top four. Like we're gonna try there just to get in there or win the Premier or win the Champions League or win the Europa Cup. That's where we are at right now. And it's kind of crazy because we had a situation where, and what I keep saying, sorry, we had a situation where we had 2 games at hand, and for some reason we played a total of close to 30-something games. That's if you include the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Europa Cup too, right? All the games we played, and Sarri could not somehow figure out that the 18-year-old kid that's not going to cost us an arm and a leg, he's better than Willian and Pedro. And he couldn't figure out that Jorginho is a liability every time teams run directly through the midfield at David Luiz and Antonio Rudiger. And I could not understand why it took him forever when he's chasing the game to switch N'Golo Kante back into the CDM and throw, all the firepowers we have going forward. Like, I feel so bad for Morata. Like, he was wasting chances. Yeah. It was always offside. But at the same time, if you watch today's game, somebody posted something on our group chat and said that if you want to know what Chelsea will look like when Hazard leaves, just watch the first 45 minutes of today's game. It was horrendous. It was. I mean, when I put something on the chat, on the group chat, on the Facebook forum, somebody was like, "Did you guys lose or you guys won?" Because they were like, "I'm ranting." Like, Alonso should not be playing ball. Like, the guy should not be playing ball. You should do shampoo commercials, do something else. He's a tough fine boy. He can find something else to do. God, like Jorginho, he's actually played this game. Jorginho played way better than, in my opinion, Alonso, Pedro, and what's his name, Willian. For me to even say George played, you could imagine how bad like these other guys have to play. Like, we had to now throw in Hazard. We had to now bring in N'Golo Kante. We had to now bring in, what's his name, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And it's now dawning on everybody that, like, the team we played today, aside Hazard starting, used to be our starting 11.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season. That screws you.
Until like 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. That was our you're right. 3 weeks ago, that was our starting 11.
Yeah.
And who does that? I mean, who? Where does the puck? Where was the puck stop?
So you think if you guys say you lose this game or we don't make top, let's just say top,
don't make top 4.
They're going to fire him.
You have to fire him. I'm sorry. Like, I'm when I was going for his head and Jesus was angry and saying plastic Chelsea fan, what we were frustrated with the Sarri out folks were frustrated with was this guy actually portrayed the definition of insanity. Like, you are doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I mean, how many times did we do the Kovacic-Barkley Kovacic? 13 times, man. 13. And I'm like, they're paying this guy 5 million. Even me and David and Ike Ophelia were even laughing that, like, we do YouTube, coaching courses, and we can tell you what the next game and analysis will be. Like, if you look at when we got battered by Man City and Bournemouth, he was a reactionary guy. It was after that you will notice instead becoming more rather than being reactionary, he was actually being proactive. He will make a change if things were not going his way. I mean, we've started to see that. So I'm kind of like a little open-minded because we have a transfer ban, and it will make no sense bringing any coach in to come in and do what with this bunch of players. Well, definitely we're losing Hazard. We might not even sign David Luiz, who is a leader in the dressing room. We're stuck with a bunch of 20-something-year-olds, Christensen and Rudiger. Hopefully, Kozuma comes back and can bring some maturity into the defense. Aspili is going to be there. Odoi is not sure if he wants to go. He lives not too far from where the stadium is. He's been playing here, and Loftus-Cheek has been playing for the team since they were 8, and they're already looking elsewhere to play. So there's so many things going on that I do believe the coach was responsible for. And even if it's not, if he didn't have a full preseason, I can understand. But man, he definitely puts foot to mouth here, man, with his tactics, with his dead boneheaded. I have to play Jorginho. I have to play the system. I have to, it's just bizarre to me, man. Like he shot himself in the foot. Sorry. Yeah, like man, like
I know you wanted to rant and let the
like God, like
decide out.
sorry to round it up. I would say Chelsea doesn't really need it. Sarri needs it.
Sorry.
Needs
So
it.
what's your prediction?
I think Liverpool is going to win. I think Liverpool is going to take this. Like, in my opinion, I would definitely cheer up my Chelsea fans. I would definitely put on my jersey, go to my friend's house. Is a Scouser, Liverpool fan. I think it's going to be a 2-1, or if we have a shitty day, like Sarri is capable of doing it. And here's the thing: you're saying how many goals? Sarri is the kind of guy that can give you a 2-1 game or a 6-0 game. So you're like, I don't even have a middle ground of where I can even.
So let's just say 2-1. So that just to be positive. If that's positive for you, 2-1 loss. So, Mr. Bola, what's your prediction?
I think the same thing. I think it's going to be tight. I never take any game against Chelsea lightly, so I'm thinking 2-1 or 2-0, but with a late goal. Definitely going to be a late goal. Maybe not like a 90th minute goal, but definitely an after 80th minute goal at some point. So it's going to be a good match.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Well, this
but
love run out.
positive.
This your late goals run out.
I think Bola, if we play a false nine with Hazard, Willian, Hudson-Odoi, and Pedro, I sincerely think we'll give you a game. If we play Gonzalo Higuain and we play the open game that we did with Man City, yeah, you guys are gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone, as long as Kante doesn't go back into his traditional position.
As long as Sarri is existing, he will never go there. Or maybe if somebody ran over Jorginho overnight, that would help us.
No, you can't be coming on my podcast and wishing people to be run over. No, we don't do that here.
Like, I hope not. Not. I'm just saying. Like, he's saying if Kante goes back, I'm like, you're probably likely to win a lottery ticket than to see that.
Right.
Like, that's
Trivia time.
Yeah.
Interesting part. Trivia. Okay. So you say 2-1, 2-1. Yeah, I think Liverpool will win too. I was going to say Chelsea, but I actually want Liverpool to win. I mean, we need it for top 4. It's crazy, but we need Liverpool to win. It's terrible, but whatever. I know the game that I know the game that something's going to happen, and I've already written it down. This game, Uncle Rafa is going to do something when you guys go to Newcastle. That's where you are going to drop points. That's where Liverpool's title challenge is going to end, at Newcastle.
Uncle Rafa is
going to do something. I can sense it, because Newcastle is going to be back in relegation, going to struggle, and they're going to lose a couple of games. They're like, oh, we need this game. I can sense it in the air. I see it in the stars. Uncle Rafa, which is very ironic.
I see your boy Pogba going off against Manchester City. I think this whole top 4 battle is.
But think about it. Think about it. It won't matter though. Think about it. Because if you guys drop points at Newcastle and we beat City wins every other game, they win the league.
But that's the thing though. Like, have you seen the people City playing? Like, I can't see City winning every other game. They're going to burn out.
I agree. And I told somebody that, like, between Palace, Spurs, and Manchester United, I don't know where. I think they're going to drop points in one of those 3 games. I don't know which one of them, but they will.
It's not possible to just go 100%. The only thing I fear is, like, a lot of City players are coming back from injury. So that could give them, like, a new squad, and that's scarier. That's even more scary. Don't come think about it. Trivia,
guys. Let's wrap up. Trivia. Idris.
Yes, sir.
Quick trivia. I know you know everything.
No, I don't. No
YouTube, no calling Siri.
Call a friend.
No call a friend. Which players? This one is very easy. I don't know why I chose that. I chose something hard because Bola's one is a little bit harder. But yeah, Bola is a Liverpool fan. I don't like Liverpool.
All rigged.
Man, so.
Which of these Chelsea players came from Bolton? That is too easy. I hate this, but this one I chose. Ashley Cole, Lampard, Anelka.
Which of the Chelsea players came from Bolton?
Yes.
It's Nicolas Anelka, though.
Yeah, it's too easy. When I saw it, I can't remember him when he was wearing that Bolton jersey. I remember when
Yeah,
like he killed us in one game. I'm like,
forgot he played for Bolton.
I remember this.
I just X'd out Ashley Cole and what's his name?
Lampard.
Lampard. Yeah, Lampard was West Ham.
I hated that. Okay, Bola. In 2009, when Chelsea played 4-4 in Champions League, when Chelsea and Liverpool played 4-4, when Chelsea made it through in 2009, which Liverpool player scored a penalty in that game?
Oh.
Yeah. I know it's tough. I thought, man, this guy's on stuff. I like it. Let Liverpool fans sweat on my podcast. I love it.
2009?
Yeah, 4-4. That was the one that I think Lampard scored when he was kissing when his mom just died or something.
Yeah.
That was that game. And Chelsea was not qualified from that knockout game.
Yeah.
Who scored a penalty?
It's 4-5 bridge after they had beaten you guys at Anfield first leg.
Was it?
Think of a penalty takers.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to.
So let me give you three options. I'll just give you three options because I know it's hard. Gerrard, De Coit, or Xabi Alonso? It's a Bola question. It is just hold on.
It's not Gerrard because that'll be too easy. So Alonso.
Yeah.
Because I actually remember that goal now. That's Alonso. I was like, yeah, I remember the goal.
Yeah, okay. 1-1. Idris.
Yes, sir.
This one is hard. The second one's hard, but you probably know it. You've been like an old Chelsea fan. How many points did Chelsea get in 2003-2004 season? When Arsenal went unbeaten. Chelsea came second that year. How many points did Chelsea get? Just because it's hard, let me give you three options. I'll give you three chances. No options. I'll give you three chances.
Okay.
The point.
No, give me options now.
You want options or you want three chances?
No, options.
Options, okay. 86 points. 77 points. Or 79 points.
79 points.
Good. This guy.
I like, yeah.
So I'm like, why that spread?
Yeah, no, it was 79 points. I remember Ranieri. That was the year Ranieri came second. I was like, the highest at that point in time was United. United was one that cracked the 90 or the 80 mark. Nobody had gone that far. Then Arsenal went and blew to 80 something, and I know we were just barely 80 or 79.
Arsenal got to 90. Actually, I think that season they got to 90 points.
90 or something, yeah.
90 points, I think.
Chelsea never, until Mourinho never went past 79. Until Mourinho never went past 79.
Yep. Okay. Bola.
Yes, sir.
Which Liverpool player scored an own goal in 2005 League Cup final? Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, or Sami Hyypiä?
Carragher.
Nope. Idris.
What's the question again?
Which Liverpool player scored an own goal in 2005 League Cup final? So Idris for the win. He said Carragher, so it's down to two options.
So wait,
Gerrard, Carragher, or Hyypiä?
Hyypiä is known for home goal now. How could you miss that one? It was Hyypiä.
Nope.
What?
Really?
Yep.
Was Gerrard?
I mean, Bola has to win. Bola
is yours.
I said Gerrard.
Gerrard's going to win that final. So
I black out all of these bad issues, you know. And own goals, I block all out of.
I want a winner because I want a winner.
Winner.
I'm going to ask you a current question. Since Bola just tied, I'll start with Bola.
Okay.
How many different clubs has Mo Salah played for, including loans?
Including what? Including loans?
Loans. So the options are 4, 5, or 6.
Liverpool, Fiorentina, Roma, Basel, and then he was in Egypt before that. But I can't remember if he was in one club in Egypt or two. So I'm going to go 5. give it to me. No?
Oh,
Whoa!
Idris.
oh. I know he played in a team in Egypt. Then he played. He said Lens too, right? I don't actually remember him playing in Lens, but I remember Basel. I remember him come to Chelsea from Basel. Then he went to AS Roma, then Fiorentina, then Liverpool. So that's 7.
Is that 7?
You gotta take it. My turn.
So you gotta take it.
Wrong. Back to Bola.
6.
Oh, my counting.
You think out well. You called all the things, but you don't count that 7. I'm like, what's that? That's it. So Bola is the winner.
I was like,
Yeah.
that is
You shot yourself in the foot. In fact,
just only
you are
counted
the sleepy E. I'll call you sleepy E.
Oh my God,
You
man.
sleep on your own title and gave it to another person.
Like,
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Man, this was fun. This was fun, guys. I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed this too, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you
So
so
if you're watching it, if anybody's watching this, smash the like button, follow us on our social channels. Thanks. Bola.